Weather routing. The learning objective for this chapter is to gain a basic understanding of what weather routing is and how to benefit from statistical data based on long-term data collection, combined with up-to-date weather routing information. Weather routing of ships, in one form or another, has been around for some time. Several systems and philosophies have been developed and used for longer or shorter time periods. The advantages which may be gained from a weather routing system are quicker sailing between 2 points, reduced risk of damage to hull and cargo, more accurate prediction of arrival times. The monetary gain from the last two advantages will vary from one type of ship to another. The savings can be considerable, but there will always be a link between damage due to heavy sea and quicker sailing, in the sense that by reducing speed in heavy weather, one also reduces the risk of damage. The shortest distance between 2 points is along the Great Circle, passing through these points. If the resistance from the sea was the same everywhere, whenever this route could be followed, it would be the quickest. Current, wind, and particularly the waves will influence the ship's speed considerably. Even for supertankers, which are generally less affected by the waves, 1 knot reduction in speed against rough sea represents a 6% reduction in speed. For still higher waves against the bow, the reduction in speed will be relatively higher. The statistical mean values for current and sea conditions often show variations that make it advantageous to depart from the Great Circle track. On this basis, recommended routes are calculated for different trades. The routes may apply to a season, a month, or even shorter periods. Statistically based recommended routes, which take into account the likelihood of ice, fog, high winds, etc., should be used as a reference when considering the advantage of weather routing. To give a rough estimate of weather routing savings in sailing time for a given ship in a given trade with a certain loading condition and with a certain captain is very difficult, not to say impossible. The question will always be, saving relative to what? While it may be that the captain would have selected the same route anyway, there is ample evidence that the additional information provided by the weather routing services generally contributes to an optimal route selection. With today's improved weather forecasts, the number of ships using weather routing services is increasing. During a voyage, it is most important that a good relationship is established between the captain and the weather routing organization. The captain must have full confidence in the weather routing people. Otherwise, the service is not likely to be used. With increased ship size and speed, it has become more difficult to estimate the forces acting on the ship during bad weather. New knowledge about the forces acting on a ship during various weather conditions together with expensive damages with loss of lives and money, has led to a better understanding of the need for a more accurate way of measuring the forces acting on a ship while underway. An increasing number of ships are today sailing with a weather monitoring system, the information from which is included when estimating the forces acting on the ship. This allows the master to determine the optimal speed, which is the highest possible speed without causing damage to the ship. On the following pages, you will be asked some questions.